Hey guys, it's Abby and welcome back to my channel. Today's video will be all about my studio tour. But before that, I also wanted to share with you some backstories and behind the scenes of making this studio. So keep watching to know more about it. So a bit of a backstory, this is actually where I lived for the past 25 years. We moved out 2 years ago and we weren't really able to move everything out, but I decided to ask my mom if I could use the ground floor and she could have the whole place renovated because it was also about time. So it was a lot of cleaning and reorganizing things. Thank goodness my mom is a really great organizer and she loves to clean. So I think, yeah, I was in Berlin during the time that they were starting to fix this. So this is what it looked like after a couple of months of cleaning and repainting. Basically, we had to rewire a lot of things, fix the pipes, and restore a lot of basically modernize it, because when my dad bought this in 1991, of course it was very old-fashioned and we wanted to sort of switch things up. So yeah, there were a lot of things that were going on. For me, my main task was really to plan the layout, so that was what I focused on, which you will see here. I have manipulated a couple of times, but basically that's what it looks like.
Hey guys! Today's a very important day because we're going to the new HQ! It's just like a 2-minute drive legit from my house. So this is actually my our old house, and then I decided to use the ground floor temporarily for my workspace because my room is not capable enough to do it, so we're going there.
I think we started this project like May 2019, so it really took quite a while with a lot of delays. So by early this year, so around January, me and my team started to move things in from my room basically, and it was a lot of work because there were a lot of things to move, especially the merch, the furniture that I wanted. And good thing we're just on the ground floor because then it was easier to transport everything. But there was a lot to set up, there was a lot to clean, and also a lot to basically work around because I am not used to having things moved, and it was really tiring when I started moving before, when I moved to my then room. So now it's like I'm just moving it back to my old place. So we also had to ring a bell. I don't know why, but that's what my mom said. And it was basically a lot of things that I've been piling up the past couple of years from my travels, like stuff I bought from IKEA. And then we also finally bought these industrial racks because I needed them for my stock room, because we finally have a stock room, which is probably, yeah, just at the back of this kitchen. So super thanks to Nikki, Ria, and Sophie for helping me out on this because I am not really the best furniture assembler, I would say. So generally, a lot of the things were set up accordingly. I wasn't able to take a footage of the tables that came in, but after the tables and chairs were done, it was mostly more minor stuff like fixing the internet connection, getting the basic stuff like the refrigerator, my coffee stuff. So yeah, and I think one of the best parts was really setting up this stock room, which was really, really important for me because I really needed a separation between my job and what I do at home. So we also prepared this leading up to the office warming last January 11, so that was a really great motivation. So to start, this is my filming area. You can see the table is by the window. At this time of the day, it's really, really sunny, so I usually film in the morning. And beside it, I also have my cart for filming the stuff that I need to film, stationery, and basically everything else. I got this at SM. I usually store a lot of my stuff here. It's not the best and the most organized one in the studio, but yeah, this is where I dump most of my stuff. And beside it, you'll see a gold thing. That's actually my reflector. I also keep a calendar because I need to know what day it is. And I also have a lot of plants actually. So I'm taking care of this Chinese evergreen and this Chinese gabi. And I also have a couple of other plants in the room, in the studio, because I like to make my space a bit brighter. So this area is my work area. Generally, the table is from Deco. I will link it down below. Generally, this is where I work most of the time because I need to edit videos, work on admin stuff, plan my life, plan my schedules, work on a lot of things. So yeah, I really specifically chose this measurement for the table because I needed a lot of space to store my stuff and also to work on my gadget and not have everything piled up. On the wall, you will see an IKEA pegboard that I am using, the SCADIS system. Also some wall art because I, of course, have my own set of wall art, as you will see here. And I designed some of the postcards, and it's always like really inspiring for me to have a lot of inspirational stuff on my wall. This pegboard I really love. I've been watching a lot of videos on how to set this up, so I'm really glad I finally got to get one. And it stores a lot of my stationery, a lot of my books, specifically things that I'm currently working on that I need to focus on. That's why it's all there, just so I have them on hand and it's easier to reach for them. I like how this pegboard system is really efficient and easy to store a lot of my stationery and tools. So I also have this area of my desk where I have my printer, I have a pencil case and my pens, and my notebooks, which are a lot. So if you want to know about my system, I will link it down below for you as well. Now let's move on to the other side of my studio. So I placed some wall art and decided to hang these dried flowers because I wanted my theme to be sort of like nude, blush, and sage. And I also have this really nice array of different things. Generally, I got the flowers from Daiso and Shopee, if I remember correctly, and I DIY'd them. I just had them, you know, hung on the walls, and it's, you know, it adds a lot of like organic touch to the room. And here I have my magazine rack where I usually get a lot of ideas and inspiration. The couch is actually my favorite part of the studio because sometimes I just want to lie down and work and nap. Mostly I nap. Here I have some photos of my friends and family who visited during my first office warming last January. And yeah, as I mentioned, I really love this couch. I got it from Habitat, and I got this pink IKEA throw when I was in Berlin. So let's move on to this part, which is mostly the area where I do my production. So I have my printer and my cutter and a snake plant because I like that they are air purifiers. So the cutter that I'm using is the Cricut Explorer Air 2. I shipped this all the way from New York, I remember, like 2 years ago. And my printer is Epson L1800. Now let's move to the conference/workshop area. So you can see there are a lot of things at the moment because we have been busy working. So this is my little reading nook. If I just want to, you know, stretch my feet and like relax a bit, this is where I work/read. And I'm sharing some stuff that you can see on my shelf. Actually, when I saw this shelf like 3 years ago, I really wanted it, so I got it. I bought it from Home Folk, and from there I designed the furniture accordingly based on the shelf. So it has like oak wood and white sort of industrial finishing, so you can see my journals, the stuff that I designed, the achievements that I got, trophies, and random stuff, and some magazines as well for inspiration. I always like decorating shelves, #shelfie, and it's also nice to see everything at a glance. This is the work table that I'm using. Again, it has similar features with the shelf. I also had it custom made at Deco. So we are actually busy packing journaling kits for our workshop and also working on some goodie bags. So we have a lot of stuff that is actually on the table because my team comes in every few weeks to sort of pack with me and at the same time sort everything out. So here is a tiny peek into the restroom, just because it has a touch of yellow, and I also added this Untitled print that I printed out from his manual, and also, yeah, everything in yellow, just because, again. So let's move now to this shelf. This is actually a repurposed shelf from my sister's room before when we lived here. So I have here some inspirational books, more inspirational books, a shelf for the Beatles because I love the Beatles, and some of my books in different languages. I am actually not finished with the storage for this shelf, but yeah, I still have to work on it generally, and a diffuser. Now let's move on to the kitchen. This is easily my favorite part of the office. Initially, we didn't know if we're supposed to do it, but I really convinced my mom because I really like to cook. And I got myself some simple appliances that I can use to sort of cook myself because I am learning how to cook and I really love cooking. It's like my therapy or it's my stress reliever basically. And I also love making coffee. So I want to thank my friends who actually gave me a lot of coffee stuff. So Maddie gave me this really nice electric kettle that I use for my pour overs. So I actually got the pour over from Daiso, also the filter, and the coffee I have a lot that I bought from Berlin last year. So I am here using it up, and I just realized lately that my preferred way of drinking coffee is pour over and not espresso. So there's that, fun fact. Speaking of coffee, I've collected so many coffee cups from over the years, so I decided to just display them on the shelves. The whole area of the kitchen, I also designed it because I wanted it to be like a space where I can just move around and really set it up in a very structural way. Also, I just wanted to share that I really love collecting magnets and they are color-coded like most of my things, so there you go. And this clock is from Nitori, which I really love. Now, for the last part, we are in my stock room. So this is the back of the kitchen. There's a separate room where we store a lot of the stocks. I can't believe this was all in my room before. So now it's nice that I can actually see them and it's easier to sort out orders because every shelf has its own compartment, specific books, washi tape designs, and things that I sort of need to sort out. And this is actually easier for us when we pack our orders because then we just pick out what we need and then we pack them accordingly and we go back to the conference area to pack and ship and mostly work on the packaging and everything. So yeah, it's been quite a journey getting to this state in terms of my studio, but it's been quite an amazing experience being able to work in a tangible space that I can actually say that it's actually my office. So I hope you enjoyed this little studio tour. Hopefully I'll do more studio vlogs in the next couple of months. We'll see, but let me know in the comments below. And thanks for watching. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe to my videos for more updates on anything art, lettering, and journaling. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye!